So, what was the idea behind this one? And I want to ask you about the tone of the film as well. There's a blend of glamour and dark comedy. How do you bring that? How do you set that tone as well?
Yeah, well, it's really, I mean, to answer kind of both questions at the same time, it's about the story that you pick and how the characters in that story that are come up with treat it. And so they're already kind of extreme characters in their own way. Then you surround them with a bunch of other extreme characters in a very extreme situation, which is, we're sending Stephanie, who's kind of mastered the suburbs, into this world of glamour and intrigue and danger and money, and kind of the comedy comes from how she and the people around her are reacting to each other and to these getting crazier and crazier situations. And then tonally, it's really walking this line of like making sure we can get as crazy as we want with what we're the story we're telling, but if everybody is treating it seriously and not being like, or being over the top or whatever, you just kind of buy it, because we've all been in situations where crazy things happen with crazy people, and you're just like, all right, I don't think this is fake, but once you're out of it, you enjoy it. When you're in it, you're like, oh my God. But so it's a long answer to your question, but it's hitting all those moments.
Yeah, and Henry, I love your character and your performance at this. But, and I don't mean to offend you, but I want to ask you, how does one play a douchebag?
Yeah. Henry.
Oh, lots of research.
Yeah. And, he doesn't have to go far.
Yeah, we just gotta drink a lot. No. I think it was just so much fun. It's so counterintuitive for me to sort of have these horrible kind of lines and throw them to the girls, because in the first one he kind of took all the punishment and was like, okay, yes ma'am, and in the second one he's kind of found his voice weirdly at the bottom of a bottle. So I think maybe it's the Dutch courage, maybe it's just not caring anymore. I think we've met Sean at a point in his life where he's lost everything. He's kind of tired of everything, and he doesn't care anymore. So he's just like, whatever, let's just enjoy it.
And also, Henry is such a nice guy in real life that I think it's also liberating to get somebody really despicable.
Your male characters often subvert traditional, masculine tropes. So what's the thought behind, portraying men in these such off-center, exaggerated ways?
Yeah, because I think guys being really guys is funny to me, because it's such a old-fashioned concept in a weird way. This kind of toxic masculinity that can sometimes come in is a funny thing to take the piss out of, as far as I'm concerned. Because, we've seen it done to women for so many years, having to play, she's the meanest girl in the world. She's a mean wife, or the mom who's insufferable. And so it's kind of fun to flip that trope, but also, in a justified way. I mean, Statham is just hyper, testosterone, and Chris Hemsworth, it was fun to play him like a big dummy. And with Henry, it was nice to take this character who was so sweet, and then working with Henry, figuring out, like, this guy's been worn down to the nubs, so he's going to come out just ready for revenge.